Good morning, Calvary Chapel, Perfect Love.
Morning.
Um, I got two scriptures, one from King David, the daddy, and then one from King Solomon, the son. And I know there's a lot of times you guys like to follow along. So the one for King David is Psalms chapter 4, verse 8. And then the one for King Solomon is Proverbs 3, chapter 3, verse 24. So I had lost my wedding ring, and it was I knew I was in trouble because I lost my first wedding ring at City College in the bathroom, and took it off, washed my hands, and forgot it was in there, and then when I went back to pharmacology class, and then I realized I left it in there, and I don't know why I was thinking it was going to be there when I went back, but it wasn't. And somebody got it just that quick, and I called security and let them know. And so anyway, uh, last week I lost it again, and well, not the same one. She bought me a new one, and it took all the strength in me to tell her about the first time. And so when I told her about this time, I couldn't even look at her to tell her, and I knew I was in trouble. And uh, first, I want to encourage y'all that if you ever lose your wedding ring that your wife gets you, uh, hopefully you can find somebody else to tell her. you know, um, I when I told her, talking about getting the look, oh man. So I kept thinking, how am I gonna? I'm gonna be up all night. I'm not even gonna be able to sleep. And she still took me to dinner. It was on a Tuesday for Father's Day, and I really didn't enjoy the meal like I wanted to because I kept trying to figure out where the ring was. I called work. I looked all over the house. I thought maybe I dropped it in the car, and I was thinking maybe it's on the trolley, and I had no idea. And so after dinner, we got back home, and okay. Oh, first let me tell you about the Psalms 4:8 says, "I will both lay down and sleep in peace, for you alone, O Lord, make me to dwell in safety." You know, so and that was King David. and so and you know, King David slept in the midst of his enemies, and he wasn't even worried. He didn't need hand grenades, German shepherds, or Rottweilers, or anything like that to protect him. His safety was with the Lord. The Lord protected him, and he slept like a baby. And so Proverbs 3:24 says, "You will lie down and not be afraid. You will lie down, sleep, and your sleep will be sweet." And so you know that can only come from the Lord. And yeah, so I was sitting in my chair by the bed and the night table. Night table's on my left, the bed's on my right, and I'm sitting there, and I look up and I see Janet coming, and I'm looking everywhere but at her, and so she gets closer, and so she's looking at me, and then she's looking around, and I have a Tupperware cup that I keep nothing but quarters in, so that I can give to my favorite charity, the baby bottles for the mothers who are thinking about having an abortion, and I'm pro life, and that's a pet peeve of mine. And I won't go into that because that's not in this edification. That's another one somewhere down the line. She gets closer and she's looking around, and then she looks over at my Tupperware container that has all the quarters in it, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, she's probably trying to figure out where it is. And so she goes to it, opens it up, and takes my ring out and hands it to me. And I said, the first thing I said was, thank you, Lord, for finding my ring. But it wasn't lost to God. It was only lost to me and her. He knew where it was. He knew where it was the whole time. And I'd imagine him, and I hope he didn't say this, you knucklehead, you know. And yeah, and I take all the change out of my pocket. I had my ring in my pocket when I did it, and put it in with the change by accident. And so she went and found it, and I thanked. I didn't have the words. I started crying, and I was just so happy and grateful that the Lord led her to where my ring was. And so, like I said, it wasn't lost to the Lord. It was only lost to me and Janet. And I'm not gonna tell you what she said when I told her I lost it, but I'll never lose it again. So I just want to encourage you guys that just when you think everything is full of gloom and just lost, and you have no hope, you always have hope through Christ. And I'm just so thankful that the Lord guided her to where my ring was, and it's just awesome. I just couldn't stop thanking her, and she told me, she said that was the Lord, because she didn't have a clue where it was either, and I saw her coming towards me. That's when I knew it was time to pray, you know. And so I want to encourage you all to always trust and believe, and there's always hope, you know. Amen. And thank you.